people.
So it's sort of working for the Twitch and YouTube chat. I need to figure out how to make it fully stop duplicating things. Wonder if it has to be a lowercase k. And then I can also do it with an uppercase k. And then we also need to keep create a spot going back and forth. Because it's not supposed to be... My bot is supposed to be excluded. I don't know if there's like a way to refresh. Because I haven't streamed since I was messing with the bot, so maybe I did make it work. Because Blurp is being excluded, but not me.
Nick Attack 2468 says, "Hey Kiwa. Sent you a couple new fashions. I have a feeling you'll love the citrine."
Yeah, so it's relaying me. So it works one direction, but not the other, and that's not good. Because it's sending it to the YouTube side of things, but then the YouTube side of things breaks. Sending it back. Arjun, hello. It's been a while. Thought you fell off the face of the planet. Nerd says, yeah. You know what, Joe's nephew keeps calling me? Nerd girl. Because Joe always calls me that when he needs me to do, like, math stuff. And so he keeps saying nerd girl lately. His little nephew. Now I can... Long while indeed, I've been busy, and also my work schedule changed, so now I can barely watch stream. So it's only the YouTube side that's kicking it back to Twitch. So I closed streamer.bot. It's not funny, actually. Silly nephew, we know you don't have your nerd card. So, It's because Joe calls me a math nerd, and he'll go, all right, math nerd, can you do this? And so now his nephew's been calling me nerd girl. And I'm like, hey, thanks, can we not? I don't love this. Okay, so that turned it off. Let me turn streamer.bot back on. And let's see if adjusting that worked. Oh, kids will be kids. Yep. That is true. Okay, so it's working one direction because you guys can see everything. Oh, that's so annoying and I don't know how to make it stop. What if I crash the stream for a second and then make it start back up again? Nope. Shit. Can someone go type something on YouTube? It's not supposed to work if I do it, because, like, if I write test, that's not supposed to do shit. Oh. Frosty Tools free plan battery is running low. Wait for benefactors to share some of their Frosty power. Frosty Tools is another one that should be added to the list. And actions and queues, actions. Frosty Tools. What the heck? Why can't you copy everything? See? No, I can't type anything. That's working correctly. What the hell did I do? It's the bot on YouTube. It's because I have a lowercase k. Is that why? Because I didn't have it set as that. And now I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Because otherwise I have to turn this feature off. Unless I... Oh, I don't know how to make it work. That's so interesting that it works correctly going from if somebody types on YouTube over to here. But if somebody types here and then it goes to YouTube, it then kicks back. I don't know how to make it stop. Fun fact, Nerd Girl was what used to get called as a kid because your aunt was an IT tech for HP and your mom had Atari before we got an NES. Hello, Ninja. Yeah, so it's doing it that way correct. But then it's kicking back here. Don't know how or why it's doing that. What is... Maybe because it has the word all there? Broadcast from variable? try turning it off and on again? Yes. Yes, I did. Enjoying the day off, resting up? Nice! Can someone type something in Twitch chat again? I don't know why. One has to say... These should be... Rejects max if user equals... Because, like, one of these is working. No? No, you tested no on both sides. Don't confuse me! No, because now it's not working at all. Okay, so I don't want this to say from variable. I want this to say all. Because this is supposed to be the Twitch chat to YouTube. But it's the other one. It's the YouTube chat to Twitch that's breaking. Because, look, I'm not supposed to be able to do it. Can someone else type again? I'm sorry. This wasn't going to be a working stream, but all of a sudden it started working, and now I'm just going to have to turn it into a fixed stream. Okay, so there's something messed up on the YouTube back to Twitch. Which should be this one. Operations equals. This one says Operation Rejects Max. So is this one supposed to say Operations Rejects Max? Stop reading Twitch and YouTube. You're confusing my brain. Can someone type something in Twitch chat again? Ooh. Ooh. I think I got it. I'm just sorry, and then it didn't kick back. Ooh, I think I've combined the chats. This is exciting. Okay, then someone go type on the YouTube side, because, like, the Twitch chat, it's not kicking back, but it's sending over to YouTube. Oh, oh, it works! Oh, I'm so excited it works both ways now. Woo! I fixed it! I fixed it. And now I'm just gonna make sure that there's not more bots that don't want to send back and forth. That's so exciting, they're linked again! Oh, I'm so glad. Do you know how much better that makes my life? Because I hate having two separate chats open. I want everybody to be together. But that also means I should be able to... Ooh. I should be able to do this with more platforms as I expand, which is exciting. What is the 6-month plan? So I have to stay in this poo-poo apartment. So I'm staying in this apartment for 6 more months. I couldn't choose anything shorter without the rent going up, and I really didn't want to do the 1-year lease. I am gonna work my ass off for the next 6 months. We're gonna have long streams, whatever I can take on for commissions. I'm going to get my shit together the best I can, ground running, starting right now, technically already starting earlier today because I've already been putting stuff in place. But I am going to work as hard as I can, as much as I can, for the next 6 months to try to buy a house. I don't know if that's going to be possible, or if I'm going to have to do like another apartment after this one, but I'm going to hit the ground running right now as hard as fast as I can to try to see what I can do about going the house route at the beginning of next year. That's the goal. Just don't burn yourself out. You need you time too. I'm going to be taking structured me time. Setting timers and that kind of thing. It's going to be structured me time. I did give myself about an hour of downtime today, between all the other stuff I was doing just before starting stream. But I'm going to be trying to do as minimal me time. And the me time that I am having, I'm going to be monetizing as much as I can. So, like, if I want some me time, I'll go work on an art project or that kind of thing instead of just doom scrolling. So the goal is to just try to do as much as I can in as wide of a variety as possible. That doesn't necessarily mean streaming for 15 hours a day, but it does mean working for 10 plus hours a day. Like, that's kind of where I'm at, in trying to figure stuff out. And I'm just, if my chronic health issues are acting up, I'm going to find ways to work around it. So it's like, okay, if this is I'm stuck in bed today, then I'll do a project that I'm stuck in bed doing. I have to. This is the only way I'm going to get out of this situation, because I calculated some numbers earlier and I have spent $57,000 on this apartment in the last 2.5 years. Just over 2.5 years. So since I moved in like February or so, it was like February or March of 2024, I have put in $57,000 just in rent. I don't want to give these landlords another penny if I do not have to, so the goal is to get into a place where I'm at least making equity from that kind of money, because if that had been going towards a house, at least I would have built up some sort of like little nest egg, versus right now all of that money is just gone. So the goal is to just try to find somewhere that I'd be happy with 6 months from now. Once again reminded of the U.S. insane housing issue. You know what's crazy is people are like, well, why don't you just downsize from 3-bedroom to like something smaller? Let me tell you right now, most 2-bedrooms are really, really close to this price. I'd be saving $200 a month, tops. And yes, $200 a month is a lot of money. But to go from this space to something significantly smaller, because I also technically have like a little entryway and my kitchen is freaking huge. So most of the 2 bedrooms don't have that space plus an entire bedroom missing. Like, I can't do that when I spend 90% of my time at home. So the goal right now is to just know that I'm staying here for 6 months and work my freaking ass off for something better.
Here's to you getting into a better situation. The first itty bitty bits of many. I'm proud of you for trying to do better. Can't wait to see where you're at in February.
I appreciate it, Sunid, and thank you so much. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. The more I can earn between now and the end of December, well, technically the end of November, because Twitch carries over into January, but the more I can earn this year to prove on my taxes for next year, the more I can argue for a bank to give me an actual loan. Otherwise, I'm going to have to work, obviously, even harder to just come up with the pure cash to put down for a house. I have enough for a down payment, but I need to be able to prove to a bank that I am not a financial risk for them to give me a loan, because I have some assets that, when sold, would be enough for the down payment. So I just have to work my ass off as much as possible this year to try to push to see what I could get in terms of either the loan from the bank or just straight up money towards the actual house itself. Because obviously I'd love to not dip into the entirety of the 3 things I have that can be flipped for the income. I see, and I wish you all the luck and fortune I can. Thank you so much, Shadow Wolf. It's not gone. You just paid for your landlord's brand new car. And also, this feels so good saying this. Put it on throne, coward. And wanting to stay in that state. Well, right now I'm in Rhode Island. I would like to get back into Mass because otherwise Joe won't live with me and I want to live with him. And he refuses Rhode Island, so. I'm in low-income housing, so my rent is fixed no matter what size I have, but my 3-bedroom is $11.19 a month to $2,500 a month, and my kids help me pay my low bills currently because I can't, so I get it. I'm trying to finish/publish a novel. You two got married yet? No, but we've been officially dating for 10 months now? Technically? Almost 10 months. You were here for the dating announcement. I know, I'm just saying, like, that's where we're at. We're not married. I don't know if he'll ever want to, but he does want, or at least doesn't not want. Let's go with he doesn't not want a life with me. So, my goal right now is to just get the ball rolling, figure something out, and then also kind of job search for him to see if I can see if there are any jobs animal related that would take him without having like a zoologist license. So, as suggested before, we can get him in a chair and tie him down. No. If he decides that he wants to do that, that's on him to make that choice. I am not going to pressure him. I'm, at least for right now, happy with the fact that he is at least making a commitment to me with the girlfriend title. And then I have the, I don't want to call it a promise ring because he didn't specifically call it that, but it's like the I'm taken ring that he told me I could wear on either hand. So, like, yeah. That's kind of where everything is at. And, woman, what, Arjun? You were gone so long, I thought you hated me at this point. Have you watched the current season of Bookworm yet? Yes, I am actually caught up. That has been kind of a way for me to structure my me time, has been watching a couple of different animes and being able to catch up. Have you seen Though I Am an Inept Villainess? Read the fucking novel. Added on Throne. Because I've been watching that one too. And then also I've been watching The Villagers level 999. And Clavitus. Clavitus? Those are the 4 that I've been watching at the moment. Hello, Hardscoper, how are you? Alright. But yeah, 6-month plan. Try as hard as I can. Put out YouTube videos. I put out the YouTube short, not Twitch. I put a video out on all of the social media platforms I could think of, and the goal is to try to keep doing stuff like that, just like getting used to editing and posting stuff. Even if it's not that great, I just have to post. Like, I need to get used to just straight up posting. So I happened to go to the Gundam pop-up shop in the mall the other day, yesterday, and so I took little clips and pictures of stuff while I was there, and then just put it into like a little compilation video thing and threw it up on social medias. Is it great in getting a ton of views? Who knows? But at least it's getting seen on platforms, because I don't need to be super duper famous. I'm not trying to get to that point. I just want to get to financial freedom. And if that means making little videos on top of streaming, then so be it. Woman, the answer to all if you know / have you watched anime related thing from me will always be yes. I figured, but here we are. Been watching good shit lately. See, I'm trying to keep up with stuff. That's been my me time. That's been my, okay, I get to watch the episode while I eat or before I go to bed, and that's my, you know, dedicated time that isn't just the mind-numbingness of TikTok. So I don't watch TV. And why would I hate you? I don't know, you were gone for so long. I just assumed, it was one of two assumptions. And it's probably because I have really shitty self-esteem that I assumed it was the hate over the other one. I assumed you either got very busy and your schedules had changed, or that you hated me. So, you've watched Lord of the Rings and The Matrix yet? Nope. Hello, Titan Wolf. Sent me 2 fashions. I'm sure you'll love the citrine. Ooh, I'm sure I will too. Damn, can't believe you think so little of me. I think so little of me. It's not a you thing. So I must hate you now. What is self-esteem? It's when you throw coal at yourself so that you can become steam-powered. I'm sorry. It's fine. Dark Blast says, hey Kira, hope you're doing well today. I am, thank you. I have a goal. I have a goal in mind, and I'm hoping my ADHD won't get in my way. My goal is to just fix life. This is a gorgeous Dante, by the way. Beautiful choice in gold as well. That is very pretty.
McHiron just subscribed for 4 months. Here you go, Kara. I'm settling in for the 6-month plan.
Thank you. Mikey Run, that's super nice of you. Thank you so much. You liked that, Sis Ninja bra pad pun. Ooh, that's an interesting citrine look. Kinda digging it, kinda digging it. Super pretty crystals. I should hydrate. I'll let you choose, Ninja. Water or protein drink? Bumblebee Grendel. Who asked you to come back? I think the Bumblebee's under the prime. Yep. Don't me, the bee is glorious. Protein drink? Okay. It is cosmic brownie flavored. Well, so the protein drink I made to sit here and drink throughout stream. If it has been 2 hours, I'd say yes. I haven't finished it, so it's not like I have to make a new one. I have one right here I made to drink during stream, so. Because I really wanted chocolate, and this is the only thing, unless I make hot cocoa, that I have in the whole house for chocolate. So, it's my hormones are on the fritz right now, and I don't like it. And it makes me really, really want sweets. Not necessarily just chocolate, but like sweets in general, but chocolate sounds really good right now. And I have no more in my whole apartment. Invite you? Okay. Before I will get sent back to the point. So what happened? What made your scheduling change? Okay. There's a scam train on the loose. It's just nope. It's just a shift in work requirement. So now I work the day shift instead of the night shift. Oh. So if I stream more during the day, you can come hang out? Hello, Vlangor. Hello, Makaru. Kara, have you ever had the caramel-filled Hershey chocolate? Yes. I've had the, like, cookies and cream Hershey chocolate that has salted caramel in it. There's literally, like, 1 or 2 squares of it left in my fridge because Joe hasn't tried it, and it was from Canada, and I haven't seen it around here, which means I can't eat it because it's not mine. Yeah, but we all know you're not going to do that. That's literally part of my goal. 6-month plan. Started earlier today. I've actually been doing some daytime streams recently. Not that one. There's one that just has caramel. Then I have not tried that.
Enemies have grown fierce.
Thank you for feeding the
Thank you, Big Mac.
100 fish flakes. Hype train whoop whoop.
Are you also a bee? Buzz, 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 buzz. That's funny. Seriously, Big Mac, thank you so much. I need to start doing what Higsley does, and then, like, chat asks a question, I show off how to answer it on stream, and then clip that into a social media clip. But I'm really bad about it, and I need to learn to do better. So the goal, not necessarily tonight, because I don't know if Joe plans to pop on, but, like, the goal would be to try to start doing that, and then also editing stuff on stream. I'm trying to ease into it. Trying to ease you guys into it. I need to get the ball rolling. 6 months is not a lot of time. And I think it's enough time to figure out how to do this. But it's also not a lot of time to completely change how things are working. I really recommend trying that chocolate. It's so good. As part of this 6-month push, I am spending nothing on anything that isn't 100% a necessity. If I can live without it, I'm going to. I have already been living like that for a while now, but the goal is to just, like I said, push as hard as I can. Because right now, I'm technically in debt, and I would like to not only get out of that debt, but have enough to then put for the house, and that is my goal. That is the only thing I need, like, heads down, straight for it. I did forget the Discord notification. I got distracted. I usually do it right away, but... distracted.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
It's better than the other day where I did that, like, 3 hours late. Four hours late. Ninja wants to join. Okay. Right, now that YouTube live stream is definitely working, I can close that. Oh, you popped in anyway. Fuck, you're late. Is that my fault? And it's only been a half hour, so first of all, you're fine. Second of all, yes, entirely. Is it because I didn't post into Discord? I'm sorry. I know. I should really be tagging more. I should be really posting on all of the social medias. Hey, I went live every day. I just don't want to harass people. But I don't think I have the wiggle room to, like, not harass people. Harass people, they're into it. I would cultivate a bunch of people that are into being harassed. Ah, shit. Should I or should I not make you wear the Bunny Boy Steinax to make my point? No, you've made your point. Respectfully, a bitch one. Respectfully, you'd probably like it if someone stepped on you. Flavored. Oh no, she has harassing me, making me open my wallet. Oh no. Markov says, my father is officially the Black Knight from Monty Python on the Holy Grail. He just got his left arm amputated to get rid of his tumor. Jeez. That's not a loadout, but goddamn, Markov. I don't think I've been this offended in a long time. It's only because I think you could take the joke. Flavored. He's alright now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what? Did you just want to redeem the loadout to say that? Also, that's a terrible joke. Listen here, Sargus Rook. You suck. Almost inhuman hatred. Do you realize the irony in saying almost inhuman hatred when Greniers aren't human anymore? I feel like I should force you guys to spend points to do terrible puns like that, though. No jokes allowed unless you redeem it. Start being a stickler. And if it's a terrible one that you'd like have to apologize before you can use it again.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Oh, that's right. It's Sunday. Nightwave reset. This is why, Archon, I thought you hated me. You should have had the Bush Bunny or Steinax. Don't make me go get Hawksbury Boy. Has plenty of dad jokes. Just start making people pay for them. I'm gonna. How'd you earn a house? I made people pay for their terrible humor. So I won't do that. No, it's just funny. I think that's on my regular Steinax. I don't think that's on the Prime. Prime's too new. I don't have Bunny Boy. Or you just wanted us to... Do I have this? I have given you the Bunny Boy. Oh, you want me to make one. I'm sorry. I thought you were redeeming it. I don't see one. Unless it's on a Steinax I don't use. Maybe it's on this guy. Oh, yeah, here it is. It was on an old Steinax. I thought I did. What the fuck is that? Great question. Don't ask. Don't look at the screen for a moment. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's no one's fault but Archon's. Does that say I have a friend request? I do have a friend request. Ninja wants to win with the Bunny Boy. Make it so that they have to redeem points to say a dad joke, but if they don't, they get timed out and have a second redeem. That's doable. The price is says pay the pun bond. The fuck is that? Yeah. I don't know what to tell you people. Archon's fault. No, I realized, yeah, that it would be... I realized you meant double after I said it, but... Hawksbury would us up all his points. Like, somebody else, if they liked your joke, would pay the pun bond for you. Free someone from the jail.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master. the canvas of war.
I'd be paying all the bonds because I really like dad jokes. That's actually not a bad idea. I could do a stream that's like that. People have to come up with their best puns, and if I don't like it, you can't... I don't know how I would do that, because I don't want to time people out. Interesting concept. Just ban them. Like a 5-minute timeout. What are we talking about? So it would be like just for like a stream or something like that where all dad jokes would have to be done through a redeem, and if you don't use the redeem, you run the risk of being timed out, and somebody else would have to pay your bond to get you out of timeout with like channel points. You'd go to like pun jail for like 5 or 10 minutes, and the only way to come back is either serve out your sentence for your terrible joke that wasn't pre-authorized, or someone pays your bond. And time me out, I'm VIP, famous last words. I can do whatever I want. I own the channel. Technically, Edric owns the channel, but like, it's my channel. I can do what I want. I just choose not to, because I don't like upsetting people. I have, rejection sensitivity. I entered a pun contest. I submitted 10, but no pun in 10 did well. And did win. Pun intended. It's one of those times where I wish I implemented what I was just talking about with the pun jail. I would just be afraid that, like, somebody new would come into stream, say a dad joke, and then I'd be like, ha, well, hey, dude, you're gonna get timed out, sorry. Let's call it punch. I've lost the files where I kept most of my stuff. 3 failed hard drives. Oh no. DJ ROM to bomb format. That is... Whoever has this one as the name of their coda, you got so lucky. DJ ROM to bomb format is literally the greatest name. I'd have to make it really obvious that it would be like a no jokes allowed stream. And if you run a joke, you risk getting shunned. Yeah, I see it. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, if I ordered an axe from Germany and had it shipped, I'd have a foreign accent. Yes, I have heard that one before. There's no jokes allowed, then please go explain your mama. My mom is a shit show, not a joke. Hardy har har. Plaster the screen with a no jokes allowed poster. Big, bold, red letters at the top of the screen for the whole stream. Should we do this? Because this sounds like it would be really funny, and then people have to bail out those that they think are worth bailing out. Oh my god, Savant, you're not funny.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
You have to put on the screen or something. You must pay the joke tags or a pinned message. Mm.
Be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it.
Well, they're not dying, but okay. Hey, guess what, Archon? Since you haven't been here to run Syndicate Medallion missions with me, I've used a lot of Foley.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
As I would not have been getting all the medallions otherwise. The Syndicate Medallion missions. I've been using a lot of Foley. Oh, a BDSM stream would be epic. Twitch will definitely not. What? No, that's not. They would pay the bond, like to bail you out of jail. Foley the Frame. Yeah, I've been using her for the medallion hunts. How does she help with the medallion hunt? Did you not know? The Lost Child ability on her gear wheel leads you to a nearby item. Financial bondage? No. Say this joke stream idea.
Royal Big Mac is raiding with a party of 16.
Hello, Royal Big Mac. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope Warframe was treating you well. If you guys are new here and you don't know me, hi, I'm Kirata Hime. I also go by Kira or Kayla. I play an awful lot of Warframe. I play a lot of variety on the channel. I like making art, so you'll see me making all kinds of either Warframe or non-Warframe related art pieces. And I have decided that I need to get my life in order. So today is the start of a 6-month-long plan where I'm just gonna play and stream and make as much content as humanly possible to try to get a house. That is my goal. I want to try to see what I can do in the next 6 months.
They fought well.
So you're going to see an awful lot of me if you would like to stick around. Yeah, I know, Vader, and that's also how I'm fixing today and all of the other things. I know. I'm behind on so many aspects of my life, and I am using this to kick the ground running? To just fix everything, get on track, get ahead, finish up all the things I'm behind. Hit the ground running. There it is. I was like, I know I'm wrong, but... I do better when I have a goal, and I think I just needed this. I don't know. We'll see how I feel in a couple of weeks. But this is... I'm trying to use this as the fuel to my fire, giving myself 6 months, having a crunch time, having a deadline. I'm hoping it helps, because I do not want to I do not want to keep living here. I want to find a place with Joe, somewhere nice. And the only way to do that is if I work my ass off. It'll probably be longer than 6 months that I will need to keep up with this pace. But the goal is to just do as much as I can. As much as I humanly possibly can. Protein and gasoline. Yeah. You're fixing my Vauban to nuke, and he does a lot of raw AoE damage. Nice. I remembered why I can't work on your crochet on stream, Vader, is because that paid crochet pattern specifically tells me that I can't. So, the goal tomorrow... I think I can do tomorrow. I think I put too much on my plate for tomorrow, but I'm going to start it tomorrow anyway. Is to try to work on it, finish it, if not Tuesday, after I pick up Joe. I will try to find a
Powerful than before. With true mastery of the
Eve pattern that I can use on stream. Honestly, the chances of being found are so slim, but I also don't want to be rude to small business owners that don't want their pattern out there. So,
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
no worries, Royal Big Mac. Thank you so much for dropping people off. Sorry, I am super scatterbrained. Like, super scatterbrained.
Are using a void key and a portable torsion beam device to force open the portal. Destroy the key and the device. The portal only allows travel in one direction. Start up the portal generators to reverse the polarity.
And if, for some magical reason, Vader, you ever want to do any other commissions in the future, now that I know I'm still behind on this one, I would like to give you half off whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you plan to do anything. After I finally do this one. Like I said, I need to just push. So, I'm sorry that it took this long. You're not the only one that I have stuff due for, so I hope you know it's not you, but I need to work on me. And I'm sorry. Six-month plan, Vlad. Yeah, I want a house. I want out of this apartment. I want to stop putting money into something that is just a dead end, and I want to see what's possible. So I'm going to do the best that I can to expand upon all the different content options. More streams, longer streams, because I can't really do much more than almost every day. And trying to do like YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that an actual amount, which is, it's going to be a lot of editing work and stuff like that, but I really want to push to see what's possible and where I can be in 6 months, because I had to sign a new lease for my apartment. If I wanted to do the 1 or the 3 month options, it was going to increase my rent, which I cannot manage right now. So I went with the 6 month option, and I'm like, all right, let's use that as a deadline.
Quick, pick up the key. You got the key.
That doesn't mean in 6 months I won't still need to do something else, but I'm gonna literally push as hard as I can for the next 6 months. Good night, Royal Big Mac. Thank you so much.
Get through the portal before it melts down.
That doesn't mean you guys have to do anything more. I'm not saying help me. I'm just saying this is my plan, and I am going to do whatever I can on my end to try to do more sponsorships, more advertisement revenue from like the YouTube side of things, selling off some of my stuff, the possible idea of getting into like the Tenogen program, or putting out like digital products people can just like buy and it just auto gets given to them. Finalizing the coloring book that was supposed to go up and out. Thank you, Ember. The YouTube side of things has actually been doing really well, and I would like to try to keep going with that. This is the closest it's been, because it wavers. So you have to get 4,000 watch hours within 1 year. And the channel is at 3,257, so we're like 743 watch hours away. That's a couple of videos, I'm hoping, would make the difference, and then it's 203 subscribers. Came in early to say hi and have a nice day and night. Thank you so much for stopping by, Shu. Help you? Okay. No, you don't have to help me. Oh, it's all good. Like 6 months ago, I thought I was being ignored, but I kind of gotten over it since then, especially after giving you $180 recently. It's not you. I am struggling with my mental health. And I'm hoping that having the light at the end of the tunnel, at least a potential light at the end of the tunnel kind of situation, is going to help motivate me. If I go, well, I only have this amount of time, I gotta try, I have to push, like, because right now there's a lot of days where it's hard to even get out of bed, but I'm gonna try to find ways to like work on things. When getting out of bed is too much, then I'll just edit on my phone or something like that. Like, I'm trying to get into a different mindset, and figure out how to make this work. I don't want to give up content creation. And if that means I have to put more and more effort into it, that's fine. And then maybe it'll get to the point where I can supplement that effort with an editor and then do more side hustle stuff while the editor does the editing. Can't do that mission. Oh, that's okay. I can wait to do that till later. Do you want to do Syndicate Medallion missions? Because I have Red Veil and Steel Meridian. Hello, Robbed. You want me to hydrate? Sure. Goals are a good motivator. Yeah, and I haven't had a lot of them lately. I've kind of just been dragging my feet and not really wanting to do a whole lot of anything. You already did the first one. That would be great. Syndicate. Okay. Let me swap over to... You can hop back in, Ninja. Let me swap over to Foley. I'll give you the scan, but I can't actually find the thing for you. Do you not want to do that mission then, Archon? It's up to you either way. What are you doing? Doesn't matter. Okay. One second.
The enemy have breached the void portal in this Orokin structure. You are here to cut off their access and stop them from coming back.
It is time for those against us to pay.
The enemy are using a void
Sorry, I'm having some sort of like allergic reaction on my skin right now.
Destroy the key and the device.
For the medallion missions for Nightwave, you've been doing those airmen. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that was Nightwave. I do the medallion missions to be able to buy the relic packs when the new Prime comes out. And since the next Prime is Citrine, and I obviously want her, that's why I'm doing the regular Syndicate medallions missions. Only happily joined squad, but you're far too busy playing the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the first time in your life after finishing the first game at 3 in the morning. Tapping back in game to seeing Pink Steinax spinning with Mirage animation is something.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit.
Rob says, add jail. I'm sorry.
Allows travel in one direction.
I'm so sorry.
To reverse the polarity.
Ads are a necessary evil. This month alone, granted, part of that is because Clown sent over a stupidly large raid. He got the DE raid and then sent people here. This month alone has been $191 from ads. That's almost $200 that nobody had to take out of their pockets. Nobody here, at least, had to take out of their pockets to help fund the channel. So, unfortunately, ads are a necessary evil. I am very sorry. If you would like to be put on the I want to be subbed list, that's definitely an option. There are bonus gift subs right now. So, anybody who gifts 5 or more, Twitch throws in an extra one. So, if you gift 5, Twitch throws in 1. If you gift 10, Twitch throws in 2. I was doing the other day push-ups for every sub. If you want that option back, we can do it again. My legs really hurt because of physical therapy, so it would be torture, but like I'm willing to offer that or any other incentive people might want. How have I been, Robbed? Good. Can't really complain too much.
You shut up, Brian Mortano! You don't have enough!
More bugs.
More shiny bugs. I'll take you up on the want to be subbed list. Do you want to, Marcos? Okay, yeah. Give me a moment.
You got the key. You got the key. Now get back to the portal.
Go through a portal and scan since there's potentially some behind the portal.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Prepare for incoming support.
Thank you. So, if you hadn't realized, Archon, her second ability, the Lost Spirit, this is what runs you to medallions, like the speed ups for the survival missions. All that fun stuff. Everything that the ship scanner can scan for. That's all 8. I use the helmet subsume for that. Yeah, but this can work alongside that. This literally just walks you to it.
Go through the portal now. It's about to collapse.
Am I still sick? No. Thankfully I am all better. That sickness did last a while though. It was almost 10 days before I like truly felt like myself again. It was awful. It's like 8 to 10 days of just... By day 8, I was starting to feel a bit better. By day 10, I was starting to feel like a lot better. I do still cough every now and then. I do still have like a little bit of congestion. But I think that's just normal me. Every time I'm post-sick. Why you're always sick? It's called chronic illness. No, I was really sick, Arjun. I was 102.9 temp. I thought about going to the hospital. Like, I was really sick. If that temperature did not come down, I was gonna go because it was the middle of the night, so it's not like anybody could come get me. Thankfully, it came down a little. It dropped to like 101 point something. But I run cool. I usually run in like the 97s. So to get all the way up to like almost 103, I feel like I'm dying. I guess she's gonna be my medallion frame. I mean, technically, if you put the helmet ability on her, no? 2 birds, 1 stone. That's why I'll swap over to her, since I can double up. I just figured since you hadn't been around, you either might not have known that she did that, or, at least now you know that I've been doing that. Because I don't think I would have gotten... It would have taken so much more to get the medallions out of every mission. Because, like, when you were helping, it made it so much easier, but... You'd been gone for so long, I was like, oh, shit. I don't have my medallion hunting buddy. Also, don't die. You need to live so I can at least be better than one person. Ow! Oh, Arjun!
Artifacts.
Why so mean?
Proceed to the marked dig site.
Dude, that was mean. Did you hear that one, Joel?
I am sitting here.
I didn't know if you came in part of that, because I didn't see you until just now. That was...
Look who's alive.
Yeah, that's what I said. Apparently his work schedule has shifted, so he's working days now instead of nights.
Oh, Rob.
Excavator is ready to go.
Huh?
Use fuel cells to keep
Rob
it
said
powered
hello.
while protecting
Oh.
it from enemy fire.
Prepare for
What do you mean I'm being sincere? You managed to make at least one person feel better about themselves. Oh, good. Such joy. I'm so glad that me being shit at life made someone else feel better about theirs.
Whoa, Arjun.
I told him I thought he hated me, and he said, "Why would you think that?" I was like, I don't know, I assumed you either got busy or hated me, but my self-esteem jumped to the conclusion of one over the other.
This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Ninja says hi.
Oh, Ninja.
Has been located. Proceed to the dig
Never
site.
mind, you saw it. Huxbury, hello, hello.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
Nothing? It makes sense because this is a dead end, but...
This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Just on for a moment because I gotta be up in 3.5 hours to get ready for work. Jeez. Go to bed. Why are you here? Why aren't you asleep?
Excavator deployed. Protect
Uh,
it extracts the
It's been a good update for it, Archon. Like, Grounded 2 overall has been a little rocky to start, and it's still not in, like, a perfect place. But, I think this update showed the potential of where this game can go.
Except they had some bugs that shouldn't belong when they had playtest.
Well, I mean, it's a game about bugs, so...
The toe biter's cool. They had some areas that had some things that should have been more interesting. That unfortunately were not.
Yeah.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site. This excavator is fully powered.
To say hi and good night, hope you have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Hawkesbury. So what's the 6-month plan? I re-signed the lease for my apartment for 6 months. I don't want to stay here, so the goal is to
Additional fuel
work as
cells
hard as I
will be
can
used
for the
to
next
restore
6 months, and try to get a house. And if not a house, then at least a less shitty apartment. But the goal is just to try to buckle down, approach things from a multi-platform standpoint, not just Twitch, but more streams, more content on other places, just as much as I can in as many aspects of content creation as I can. Working on the Tenogen armor. Because I really think that that can be a way out of a shitty life. Shitty circumstances. Not my whole life is shitty, but just the shitty circumstances right now. Unfortunately, Rob, I made the mistake and it was actually supposed to be for this upcoming week, but it's not going to be even feasible because it did end up being just a bit too far away. It would have been nice if it were closer. The little area was actually not bad, but unfortunately it was just a bit too far. So it's not an option. So I have decided to just stay here for 6 months and work as hard as I can, doing as much as I can, and see what happens.
Powered and protected from enemy fire. The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
That's just when I put out the Discord notification, Flangor. I've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. I forgot to put out the Discord notification, so. And even with the work as hard as I can situation here, I'm still not going to start after midnight. That'll still be my cutoff for people so that you'll just be able to know that, hey, midnight turns around and I'm not going to be here. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be working on those nights. It just won't be a live stream. Multi-streaming is good. It's not just multi-streaming, it's also the other types of content. The edited content, the commission work, I'm hoping to do more passive income stuff. I like the idea of, you know, digital download things, tutorial type stuff, patterns for maybe crochet or something like that. I think each week I'll just pick a new thing to start adding to the pot and just kind of, like I said, push as hard as I can. I don't know, it might not work out and I might just still be in the same type of situation, but I need to try.
The choice is yours.
There's another platform you could look into if you want more places to stream other than Twitch and YouTube. There's a VTuber-centered platform called RPlay. I have never heard of that.
Take it to the excavator.
Did we find all 8, or am I just tripping? We found all 8. I thought so. Jorak, thank you for the lurk.
This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Dropped in.
You found it last week. It's a Korean base from what I found. Very lax rules from what I see. I'll put it on my list of things to look into. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Say it was called. Or a tuber. You do a Noko coloring page, I want that, though I've only been able to do a certain number of Warframe related things. I guess it would have to be a limit on downloads. Not if I made it free. Like, yes, technically, I want to be able to, like, make money on things, but I could do, like, an early access, and then after the early access, it becomes free kind of situation. Like a Patreon early access. And then it would be still limited that way. I don't mind doing that kind of option because I don't want everything to be about money. That's not my original or long-term goal for content. Preferably I'd like to just get money out of the hands of like big companies. And then no one here has to spend money they don't want to. Everything is about money? No. Noko would make for a really cute coloring page though. The only one I've done that's kind of like that would be the Titania that I did in the past. Are you thinking like a simplistic design or like I tend to do a little over the top with a lot of my shit. Let me see. I never posted it in the early access.
Samurai's L1J's rating with a party of 5.
Samurai Soldier, thank you so much! Destiny 2, oh boy, I hope that was treating you well. I know that that's kind of a bit of a roughness over there lately, so hopefully it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for the raid. If you guys are new here...
Shit show.
Yeah, I was trying not to say shit show. It'd be a little bit nice. I hope everybody was having a good time over there. If you are new here and you don't know me, hi. I'm Kiratahime. I also go by Kira or Kayla. Sorry if I'm looking down right now. I'm just trying to find an image on my phone to show off to stream. Yeah, so I play a lot of Warframe. I play a lot of variety on the channel. And then I also like to make art, which is exactly what I'm trying to find on my phone right now. Because I've done 2 kind of like art coloring book pages, sort of, that are Warframe related, and I'm trying to find the Titania that I did a while back. The organization on my phone is awful. I gotta get out of this starting area. How's that?
Widescreen John is rating with a party of 26.
Goodness. John, thank you so much. Well, now I'm lurking for myself. John, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that, Makru. I'll look into it.
Sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed for the Tenno.
Both a simple or more complicated, and then you could color everyone and your kiddo could do the other. Okay. It's not that I don't want to spend money on hard work, says Neem. I don't have the money to spend. Artists deserve something for their time spent. And that I completely understand, and that's why I don't want people to... I don't want everything I do to be wrapped around money. I want there to be options for people that don't have it, that still want to, like, be a part of things, because if I set up... if I set up something that allows people who want to support in the beginning, and then everybody else can, you know, kind of do what they want afterwards, cool. I don't want everything to be about finances, because I know not everyone has them to just throw around, but should still be able to, you know, have fun and participate. Missed 2 medallions because it counted you as AFK. Dang it! I knew I was sitting for too long. I only missed... Nope, I only missed 1, not 2. How's my streamer dotting doing? Good. I am trying to motivate myself to spend the next 6 months trying something new, working a little harder than I usually do, and pushing for, you know, working on other platforms and stuff like that, and seeing if I can get what I want out of it. You're welcome, and yes, we had lots of fun. Thanks. I saw your announcement. You got this. Thank you. I'm gonna try. We'll see. That doesn't mean anyone here has to do anything different. That just means I'm going to try to do things differently and see if it works. Because the current state of things isn't even enough to keep going like this. And I need to shift gears anyway, so I'm kind of just using this as a way to shift gears with a deadline. Because deadlines help me. They definitely help motivate me and make my brain go, oh shit! Hustle. So, ooh, a sculpture. I don't want to be in this apartment anymore. If I'm spending this kind of money, I'd rather spend it on somewhere I'm actually enjoying. So I did some calculations earlier, and I have spent about $57,000 since I moved into this apartment just on rent. So I would like to shift that money towards hopefully a house so that I have at least equity building rather than just dumping that money into somebody else's pocket. You're a Tenno as well, Samurai. Yeah, I think you've raided here from Warframe before. I know you've raided in before. Realize I can't help with the medallions, parent sequence, Red Veil, and New Loka. Well, as long as it doesn't hurt you, then it should be okay. If these missions hurt your medallion search, then, I can stop doing them. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all.
We're in the wind. I'll send your cut via the usual. Have a good one.
I think that's Largo Sensei. Joe.
The hell is that?
A viewer of mine.
What?
A viewer of mine. A long time.
No shit, it's a viewer.
No, a long time viewer. Been around for a few years now.
Looked familiar, I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's Largo Sensei. Thankfully, I'm leveled like crazy with the syndicates for my stature. But the ability to double up search is nice. Well, the thing is like, you could send off the child Archon and have somebody else follow it while you go and do the other thing. Interception and spy. Largo, he's one of Raging Terror's leftovers. Morning Largo? No. Ooh, Twitch removed all the funny names? What do you mean Twitch removed all the funny names? You just try to sub someone that had a funny name and it didn't let you? Probably going to switch batch to Arbiters and Cephalon again. Didn't get everything from the first time around. But it's so nice out. I finally got to turn the ACs off and just open the windows. Oh, yep, there goes one. Oh, but you have given out exactly 222 gift subs, which means you can't give any more now. That's a fun number. Archon just gifted Joe Left Nut a sub. I think the Titania coloring page is actually up on Coffee for free.
Your mission is to break into enemy data vaults and steal any intelligence files you find.
Yeah, so the Titania coloring page is already up on Coffee. I could put up the Protea that I made a couple years ago. Protea Deluxe. So I have this that I did a while back. So like this is the style I really like doing. Some really thick lines, some thin line work. So I really enjoy doing this. And then there's also, I don't know if I can, yeah, and then I did this like zoomed in Titania head. I was gonna do her whole body like this, but I ended up just kind of cropping it. So I went a little too crazy on the detail work. Warframe is the #1 free-to-play, hands down. Oh yeah. Absolutely. There are a few others that aren't bad, but Warframe definitely takes the cake. Like, it would be very hard to compete against them in my mind. I have played a few pretty decent, like, gachas that aren't too bad. For some of the sponsorships and stuff, but there's nothing quite like Warframe. Rushed A, failed. I don't care. It's not the end of the world. Shit happens. I'm gonna go scan near B. I lied. Apparently I'm going to C. I wasn't reading.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
Just running.
Prepare for incoming support.
Got to MR10 today, slowly getting to 14. Good for you, Neem. I wouldn't try rushing just for mastery rank's sake. Still try to maybe enjoy the weapons and stuff, because it can cause burnout. So if you're enjoying it and you're just happen to be moving forward with it, great, but please don't rush just because you want to try certain things. Or if you're worried that I won't have the, like, prime part or whatever that you wanted.
We're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Oh, this is that easy one. When someone triggered it behind me.
You need to retrieve that data before data destruction is complete. Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful. The data we retrieved will have to suffice. Get to extraction.
Already finished all of the quest lines. It's literally just farming with a bunch of stuff to rank up with. You finished all of the quest lines? And you're only MR10? Damn. Did you just go straight to the quests? Gonna go to bed, but now I'm going in Warframe.
Excellent work, Tenno.
No guy that reached MR30 in 45 days. That is some skill. You do know that you can buy a bunch of weapon blueprints from the marketplace, right, Neem? You're a little over 50 days into Warframe. It was to help a friend, and now they're not a friend. Oh. Have all of the frames I can buy from there, too. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, if you go to the Warframe market, you can buy a bunch of weapons right from here for credits. So if you open up the tab here and you come down to weapons and you go to primary weapons, you just want to make sure you're looking at these spots right here where it says hide items without a blueprint, and you press that button. All of these weapons have a blueprint for credits, and this is the only place to get that weapons blueprint. So say you don't have a Cernos, you click on it and you could purchase the blueprint for 20,000 credits, and it tells you exactly what you're going to need to be able to make it in your foundry. This also works for all of the other weapon types, so secondary weapons, melees. These are all weapons that have their blueprints just in the marketplace for credits. The Red Veil Interception one has medallions if you want to do it. Okay. Joining a guild definitely helps. Yeah. Joining a clan, because there's a lot of stuff in clans that you can't do otherwise. With the Red Veil Interception. Neem says I'm building my own clan. That is tough to do when you're at the very early stages of Warframe. Kiddo and I are researching the Railjack stuff, so that maybe we can run missions without failing so much. Yeah. It's really tough to build a clan by yourself. For sure. Hypergrid said, I almost forgot I'm online now. Oh, you want your platinum then?
It is time for those against us to pay.
Nearby communications towers are broadcasting.
You said ordinary citizens, and my brain just started singing ordinary people. Halo says, to be young again. You say that like you're not also young.
He has had a couple heart attacks.
True. Military, still let him in, though. So he's young enough. You're an old soul. Life is a highway. The friend I joined for had me farming a lot right from the start. Save a lot of materials. I mean, that's the best way to do Warframe anyway, is to just make sure you're grabbing all the materials in every mission when you're baby Tenno. Hello, Nova.
Because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
I'm over here like summoning Halo's inner child. You have the Tenno Biochem Energy Labs and Dry Dock, and you build the observatory currently. If I may say, Neem, they don't have a date for it yet, but Plaguestar is coming back. Plaguestar doesn't happen every year, but when it does happen, it's worth grinding out. So you might want to put some time aside for it when it does actually come out, because you can get built Forma. Not Forma blueprints, straight up built Forma. You can just go at it as much as you want. And it's a really great way to just get a whole bunch of Forma in a short period of time. And that will be really helpful for continuing your clan building. All I have is time, so I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay. I just figured I'd let you know that if you didn't realize that that is one of the rewards for Plaguestar, that it will be beneficial for you to just go get a bunch of Forma from it. The amount of Cars merchandise I had burned inside my mind. I literally made a beeline for that Spencer's just to take a picture of that backpack, and then there was also a Stitch backpack that I messaged to Asura, because his wife's a big Stitch fan, so I was like, well, I have to take pictures and send it to my friends. And then Joe took me and his nephew out to dinner the other night, and I got a Hawaiian burger, and I had to take a picture of that and send it to Edric and be like, look, the burger of your people. You think you're gonna stop at 100-ish this year instead of 300? Probably for the best. I don't think you need more than that, no. Unfortunately, the burger was just good and not great.
You said it was good.
It was good, not great. It needed like a stronger teriyaki flavor. I liked it. I wouldn't get it again. Let's put it that way. It did have little pieces of pineapple on it.
Tower capture. Beginning stream decode now.
Only issue you understand is the modding works sometimes. You kind of get it, but at the same time you're easily confused and overwhelmed by it. Yes. That is Warframe modding in a nutshell. Chat was suggesting that I do some sort of elemental explaining stream. So maybe that might be
You don't
useful.
even know it.
I can do better research. And then put out a video on it. I'm not stupid. If it ain't a grilled pineapple slice, they did it wrong. Unfortunately, it was not. It was just little pieces.
That was obvious when you looked at the burger.
Uh-huh. But I didn't see the picture before the burger came out, so how was I supposed to know? And I didn't post it for everybody, just sent it to Edric. Nothing to be confused about. Add mod number, go up, enemies go boom. Yes, but certain mods make numbers go up more and then enemy go boom. Even with the same mod build for Necros, I just can't get the hang of it like others, I guess, so he's not a favorite of mine at all. I mean, that might just be preference on the frame. It might not be a modding thing. Because, like, I've tried Saren and I don't find her fun, but, like, other people really enjoy her. So it might just be that you're just not finding him fun, so even mods aren't making it better. I didn't say Saren wasn't cool. I said I struggle with her. That's just called a skill issue with Saren, Kira. Archon, don't be an ass. You can't get Saren to work right. I understand how she works. I just
more range,
can't.
less power.
Yeah.
Spread spores. Put the spores on, then spread them with the lash.
We have successfully decoded the message. Clear the area.
And use the venom augment.
So I have to open party if I want to farm properly so that I can use their farming abilities better. The other thing with Necros, if you are trying to use him to farm, you want to make sure you're using a weapon that causes gore. It's not talked about very often that any weapon does that, but there are a handful of weapons that do this thing that's causing gore, which means it will cut enemies in half, and then both of those halves are treated as their own entity in terms of Necros' abilities. So then you're pulling resources out of like a 2-for-1 special kind of situation. So if you're using weapons that cause that, I don't remember which, like the whole list of them, then you're actually like getting the most out of using Necros.
Slash.
Yeah, somebody said the Ripkas the other day. Yes, high slash can do it, but there are certain weapons that are more beneficial for it. Mikuru said Saren is their primary. A lot of people really like Saren. I'm not trying to diss Saren. I'm saying that I struggle with her. But she's like an S tier frame. So
even more fun when you put Gloom on her 4th, and then the spores damage everything and heal you at the same time. And then you put on the Tau green shards and that do the damage reduction for corrosion, and you strip all the fucking defenses. All the armor.
Everyone's favorite pennant. You have Sun and Moon. Put on Sobek and watch an entire room get removed. We also went from Mag to Valkyr, and sometimes you use Wisp. The rest feel clunky. Try Citrine. If you like Wisp, try Citrine. I'll show you if you haven't played as her before. Green shard, add cap on corrosive.
That's the one. Cap on corrosion.
Or increase ability damage on enemies affected by corrosion.
No. To increase the cap for the corrosion. Stacks.
You're pretty and smart and everybody likes you.
Get more enemies. Aim glide enemies. Claim an item in my foundry is part of Nightwave. Or worm. Missions. Enemies. Arc gun enemies.
Clocking another rockin' set of honkin' tunes with your boy DJ Shockwave.
DJ Shockwave. Honestly, personally, almost never use Sarin Spores. I prefer to just use Toxic Lash and Gloom and butcher everything, says Langor.
I like seeing the spores go crazy.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupted enemies will drop it. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Argent says she really doesn't need Gloom, so many ways to live already.
Yeah, but that's also funny. Because they just start regenerating without you even doing shit.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Good morning, DMX. I'm good. How are you? Hello, Fox Indigo. Technically, it's the wee hours of the morning at this point. But I hope you're doing well. I don't plan to go super crazy into the night. Part of my trying to work as hard as I can is also having a schedule so that I don't have as many, like, burnout crash days. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. So I'm not trying to push myself to the point of exhaustion where I get sick or anything.
Leave now or continue fighting.
Because obviously then that hinders doing better long term. I'm hoping it sounds reasonable. It sounds reasonable to me, but I can't always trust my own mind.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
So real, Sky, you say. I'm gonna try revamping everything I'm doing stream-wise, Lupin. I want to try to get a house. Like, I really want to try. I have a couple of assets that could make up, like, the down payment, but I can't qualify for a loan, where I'm at right now. So the goal is to just try to make as much as I can, do as much as I can for pushing on other platforms and things like that, to see what is possible, what can happen, and see where I'm at in 6 months, because I had to sign a 6-month lease with my current apartment. If I have to go to another apartment in between, so be it, but I still want to do the best that I can to get out of the debt that I'm in and put aside everything that I can for a house. Plus, whatever I can earn before the end of the year to reflect on my taxes, is what's going to help me in terms of getting a loan, because, for whatever reason, banks still look at, if you're self-employed, you need 2 years of tax returns averaged out. That's what they base it off of. So I would like to try to see what I could do before the end of this year to, like, push that as far as I can.
Not up to the digital age of streamers.
Yeah. So, I've got 6 months to try to turn everything around.
Good morning, Albania.
Sounds about right. Banks are run by old white men and withered PP. Yeah, well, I'm sure there might be smaller credit unions that would maybe be able to, like, look at my situation and offer something different, but still. I wish they could be like, oh wow, you've paid your rent on time in full every month for, at that point, 3 years. It's 2.5 right now. A little over 2.5. Then, you know, clearly you'd be able to pay for a mortgage of the same amount, but no. But again, I've put a lot into this place. $57,000 of rent since I moved in. And I would rather be putting that towards something that's at least building equity, rather than just, poof, all that money's gone, and I can't tap into it, because it didn't go into my own account, because, like, a house is basically my own account, just set up weird. And I'd like to get to a point where, once I own the thing, I only have to do property taxes and fees and whatnot, instead of paying for rent forever. I'd like to have, you know, an end goal where a mortgage can eventually be paid off. Houses are an investment for sure. Yeah, and I'd really, really like to get to that point. So here's to figuring something different out. And I don't want to get a conventional job. I want to see what's really possible with other platforms, pushing out YouTube videos, that kind of thing. Queen Blueberry, Blue Cyber Goth and Vancian, thank you so much for the follows. This isn't me asking you guys for anything extra. It's also just me trying to find other streams of revenue that aren't just Twitch and, you know, people being generous. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it, and it's gotten me where I am right now. But I want to be able to have something a little bit more consistent and not feel like I'm begging people for anything. YouTube might be the push. Any other platforms are thinking of using? TikTok seems to be really popular for a lot of people. I've put out some videos on there, and they're not bad for the fact that the channel itself is small, so I do think that there's a market there. Especially because I know there's like a lot of product placement stuff that can be done on TikTok. I also want to go the art route. So I have two things I'd like to do. One, Tanogen. Tanogen. That is a huge thing I really want to push for. Is to trying to get into the Tanogen program. And then I also want to do either just YouTube tutorials or YouTube tutorials and like patterns or coloring book pages or something like that in terms of art. Something that I can do the work once and, you know, say one coloring book page sells a month. That's still one I didn't have before for work I did a year prior or something like that. So that's kind of where I'm at. You're a streamer, your job is to beg? No. I refuse. I don't want to beg now, and I never have wanted to before. My dad recently sold his house here for $575,000. I would value it actually at like $325,000. Yeah. That's the thing. People are selling their houses for 20-30% above their tax assessed value, which I think tax assessed values are hot fucking garbage too. I think it's stupid that the government can just be like, we think your house would sell for this amount, so we're gonna tax you as if your house could sell for that. I think it's stupid. But people are selling their houses 20-30% higher than what they should be. And I'm hoping that maybe in the next 6 months the market can kind of figure itself out a little bit. Housing market's so bad right now, that's why people are selling them so high. Yeah, well, it's just because there's a lot of demand and not a lot of supply.
Continue to defend.
So,
You will be rewarded
but
for your bravery.
we'll see. Even if I don't get into a house in 6 months, I would like to at least have my financial situation in a place that, like, I can afford something nicer than this. In a nicer area. Back in Massachusetts, ideally. I want to live with Joe. Taxes are stupid anyway. The government wastes all the money. Oops, I was reading chat and blew myself up. No, the housing market's flawed due to COVID. It's the same reason why finding a nice used car deal is almost impossible. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's stupid right now, unfortunately. But like I said, I'm hoping things will be a little bit different. If not, I still need to get my own finances in order. So that's, like I said, the plan. I want to see what's possible if I really buckle down and kind of think outside the box and push in directions I haven't before. Because I've been streaming for 6.5 years. It's a long time. And I know a lot of people are also financially struggling, so the last year has been tough. And I need to find ways that aren't just hoping that people are able to continue to help. Because it's just not smart where I'm at. So regardless of wanting to get a house, I needed to figure something else out. This is kind of just giving me the motivation with a timeline. Instead of, okay, well, I've kicked the, financial can 2 months down the line. I should be okay for now. I want to be secure. I want to be able to, like, go and buy something and not have to worry if there's enough in my account. I'm still gonna do that, but I don't want to have to. True, my oldest son bought his first car for $4,000 out of pocket, but trying to find a place to rent for him and his friends is a challenge. They're going to rent to buy a home. If rent to buy a home were really an option around here, I would absolutely take that, but there really aren't a lot. And even housing assistance has a 3-year wait time. I put my name in that ring like over a year ago, and you don't hear anything because it takes, like I said, an average of 3 years to hear back from any type of housing assistance. So my best bet is to just try to apply for like the first-time home buyer loans and grants and stuff that they give you. There's ways for them to give you like a help with the down payment. I have stuff that I can sell to make up the down payment and closing costs, but obviously I would like something else to do the down payment so that I can keep that as a way to, feel secure while actually paying for the house. Hello, Pure Water. Our own government was bidding for face masks after they told producers not to produce as many so they can outbuy the competition and make millions. Oh, I know. Our whole government is flawed. It's nearly impossible. Houses here, there are 4 bedrooms, run $2,800 a month. That's cheap. A 4-bedroom house, you're looking at, try another 1,000 on top of that. Cracking relics and getting daily stuff done. Pure Water. Your ex-husband did rent to own on his current place for $600 a month, and the kids are going through that to see what they can find. I wish them the best. Yeah, I don't want to keep renting forever. Like I said, I've already put in $57,000 just into rent in 2.5 years. That could have been going to something else. Minazone's landlords are running slums and charging $2,600 a month, knowing that mortgage is like $1,000 less than that. Yeah. I think it's all kind of crazy. Renting his stuff, it's a money sink. Yeah. if it were one of those situations where it's like, oh, but you rent so you don't have to worry about if the roof leaks or if this and this and that, it's like pulling teeth to get stuff done around here. It's been months, and I will be bringing this up, especially since I'm staying for 6 months. I still have missing ceiling tiles. Like, they're drop ceilings, but I still have missing ceiling tiles from the roof leaking back in January that they fixed in April? May? It took them a couple months to actually even fix the roof because they were like, well, we have to wait for the winter to be over, and then we have to keep waiting, and then we have to keep waiting, and they were just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and they finally got the roof done. But it's still been a few months after that, and I still have missing and broken / wet ceiling tiles. And I have
water pump.
And the water pump, I have massively fluctuating water pressure, and my kitchen light still flickers constantly. Anytime it's on, there is like a noticeable flicker. So it's just like, if it were just one of those things where it's like, nope, renting is great because I don't have to worry about anything, I just report the problem and it gets done, then I could understand. But that's not the case. Wait on the winter, they're lying. They said they had to wait to fix the leaking roof until the winter season was over. And the only reason...
blizzard, so yeah.
No, they wanted to wait until the entire season was over. It was had already stopped snowing several times. The snow had already melted.
Snow's up there.
No, the snow had already melted, had been melted for like over a month before they came to do the roof. I think it was like almost 2 months. I'll have to look at my phone for exact timelines. Unfortunately, Vancian, it's all 4 of the bulbs in the... because it's a ceiling fan light. Thankfully, it doesn't shake as much anymore, but they were like, it's just an old house, that's why it shakes. Joe came in, tightened one screw, shakes less. Everybody that has tried to do stuff in this apartment is just... They're lacking brain cells, or they're being greedy, and it's very frustrating. That's a loose connection. I'm an electrician. You want to hear something funny? If you're an electrician, then my bedroom light is hooked up to my neighbor's breaker. Possibly other things as well, but he refuses to have somebody come look at the place because he's like, it's just one light. Like, my electricity bill is way too high for what I use, so I know something else is up.
Well done, Tenor. Your relic is opened.
Joe must really know how to tighten that screw, says Archon. Get out of here! Beam says landlord was embezzling and not doing any work that was needed for almost 20 years, and no one wanted to take her because it's
been gone for a while,
hot.
and you came back now, Archon. She's still crazy. You did not tighten anything.
Yeah, you did. On the ceiling fan in the kitchen?
Did you not hear what I said?
That I'm still crazy, you didn't tighten anything. You did, the ceiling fan. Not in my head, though. I know. For almost 20 years, no one wanted to take her place because it's HUD. So she was allowed to stay until 2 years ago. When they build those apartments, the GCs or builders and contractors don't give a shit and just get it done. Unfortunately, this is a really old building. So I know that that's part of the problem, and they absolutely changed the layout of the inside of the building at one point, because I have a door in my kitchen that doesn't open or lead to anywhere.
Just because they didn't want 2 doors leading in that one room. That was stupid.
But you can also tell that things were changed because of where the padlocks are in my bedroom. Because that absolutely used to be the old front door to the unit. And there's also hinges on doorways that are now open that just don't have doors. They took the doors off, but not the hinges.
Yeah, they're too lazy.
I've fixed most of it because I figured it was probably a fire safety hazard. But they just painted right over the sockets in the wall. Not like a little bit got on the little plastic part. No. Right over the sockets. Yeah, no, Joe, make you tighten something else. You have a panel in your apartment. The breaker panel is in the basement. I also only have 1 thermostat, and I'm supposed to have 2, which is why, and I'm not looking forward to the winter time, my bedroom becomes an icebox. And so does the living room. The living room still gets a little bit cold, too. But the bedroom becomes an absolute icebox because the gas heat, it shows that there's supposed to be two ways to control it, and there's only one, and it ends up messing up how it works. So I only get a tiny bit of heat coming out into my bedroom, where everything else is getting, like, the full amount. Yep. It got fixed, but there were 4 gas leaks in the building, one of them being right behind my stove in my unit. Yep. You can eliminate that circuit tied for the light to your neighbor by turning that breaker off. But it's attached to other things in her apartment.
You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Because she blew a fuse the other day. And I couldn't turn my light on in my room. Yeah, there were 4 gas leaks, Archon. Yep. And then the landlord had the gall to be like, well, I just spent $4,000 on those gas leaks. You understand, like, I haven't made money on this place yet. Place too. Yeah, it was only like a month.
That's funny. That's what you get for not inspecting it.
That's what you get for buying a place that still had dead rats in the basement when they were showing you the building.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
That is overcapacity, most likely. NEC allows for 13 devices on a circuit. Oh yeah, no. I'm sure you'd have a field day looking at this place because every single Rhode Island Energy person who has come into this building, both electrical and gas, just looks at this place going, what the fuck is this building? Every single one, because guess what? My landlord doesn't show up for any of those appointments. Even the ones that he said he's supposed to be here for, I have to talk to all of those people. Every time they show up, I'm the one dragging them around, showing them where everything is. Because I want the stuff to get done, so I'm not going to rely on the landlord because he won't show up. She really should ask for money for doing that. I know. I know. Sounds pretty dangerous. Overloaded breakers burn up all the time and burn buildings. Well, at least we know the fire alarms work here because they go off every once in a while. Thankfully not as much as they did before, but I'm worried because it's about to become the cooler season that it might start happening again because they never actually fixed it. They kind of just waited it out. They put in a whole fire safety system here before the sale of the building because they like kind of were forced to. And it's an industrial style one like you'd see in like a shopping center. And the one in the room above me goes off whenever it well wants to. And because it's not like a regular fire alarm that you can just take the battery out or fan it or anything, you have to call the fire department. They have to come unlock the box, check the code, check the alarm that's going off, then come down, turn it off, and be like, okay, it's a code yellow. I've started to like recognize the firemen by face. That they've been here so many times. Thankfully it's been 2-3 months since the last time it went off. That's also a loose connection. Oh, I'm sure this entire place is just held together by bubblegum and shoestrings. Where is Ninja? You're so dead. Oh, never mind. Those alarms are all on a tied together system and transmit across the circuit. Yeah, and they're supposed to be on the circuit breaker outside the building. I had Rhode Island Energy come here, he turned off the circuit breaker, and nothing happened to the fire safety system panel box. He said usually it beeps or something happens on the screen. Nothing happened. You're like, oh, then what is this actually hooked up to? Still don't know. RJB Primal says document everything. It sounds like the landlord's an actual slumlord. Yes. I also, like I said, I was due for my lease to end, and he said, you know, that he would give me a deal for the 6-month or the 1-year option to keep my rent the same as it is right now. But if I wanted to shorten the lease to 3 months, it would go up by $25 a month. And if I wanted to put it on month to month, he would make it go up to $75 more a month. And I asked him if he could, if I did the month to month, if he could just delay the increase by 1 more month, since it was less than a 60-day notice. If he could just delay the increase by 1 more month while I figure some of my stuff out. And he said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Due to the rising costs of taxes and blah, 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 I'm not able to, make that accommodation. And I'm like, but you're willing to give me the same rent for the next 6 months to a year, but you can't delay the increase by 1 month? Make that make sense. Fire department should have reported that stuff to city code enforcement. Yep, and they haven't. I have. I have brought it to the attention of town hall. I already got him in trouble, and he was forced to cease working on things, and now he needs a permit for everything, and now he's claiming that he put the permit in for the plumbing, but, just haven't heard back from the city. So I plan to be a nosy bitch again and ask the city, hey, have there been any permits pulled for my building? Because if they say no, I'm going to be like, hey, what's up with the plumbing? Because those permits are only supposed to take 2 to 4 weeks, and it's been longer than that already. Definitely some mental gymnastics, as Archon. Yeah. They're tied together but not hooked up to the control panel properly. 2 to 4 weeks is still long. Yeah, for them to do any type of work that isn't emergency. You want to hear another funny one? On Valentine's Day, I went to go take a shower. I was mid-shower, and then all of a sudden, the water gets ice cold, and then just stops functioning. And I went, what the hell? I literally had no water. It just went, just nothing. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I already had like suds in my hair. I wanted to be nice and showered and clean. So I messaged the landlord and I'm like, hey, I just lost all water in my shower. What's going on? He goes, oh, the plumbers are there. I'll ask them what's up. Maybe you could have told me.
You should have said that.
I did tell him that, you know, the fact that there wasn't notice in advance is like a little crazy. Yeah, they turned the water off and didn't tell anyone in the building that they were going to be there that day. Which is also really dangerous to have water running and stuff when you turn it off.
You thought I was done?
Did you just say, oh, the plumber there? That's what he did. He said, oh, I'll ask the plumbers because they're there. What's going on? I'm like, there are plumbers here? Maybe that's what the banging was all about. But I didn't know they were supposed to be here. They literally just rent the place and let them fall apart while they spend their rent at the bar. This guy has a nice house too, because he had to put his address on my lease so I can see where he lives. It is nice. It is
a bunch of Indians.
It is a nice house, let me tell you. I am very upset.
Not Native Americans, actual Indians.
It can be a state-by-state mindset, well-connected, and then get away threatening just to make you comply because the judge is on their side. Coming Valentine's Day naked and afraid. I was like, oh my god, what happened? Because we had already had a pipe burst a couple weeks prior, and this was like them coming back to do more for that. Like, they did the pipe burst situation thing already, and this was them coming back to do like more maintenance on it and replacing other stuff. But I'm like, hi, this was clearly scheduled in advance. Can you tell me? Because I would have showered last night. Or, you know, any other time but right now. Yeah, air bubble blocks the pipe. Fucking slumlord just do and don't care, man. They're scum of the earth. The list goes on and on for this place. It doesn't stop. So I am determined to get out of here. Here's are also like to enter our place. Yeah, they give notice, but they wouldn't give you a chance to get to the door before it was unlocked by them and you were asleep or otherwise occupied. Too bad. I got a hotel lock to keep them from coming in after doing so while my kid and I were asleep because we were sick. Yeah, they're not allowed to do that. They're supposed to give you a 24-hour notice. Thankfully, he doesn't try to come in here. But I actually have more locks on my door because that kind of thing scares me. I literally have nightmares about it. That they would just like barge in here. But I have a couple of different... I have a lock thing that Joe put in and a little protector thing to keep the door from opening. So it's like, no, I'm not having it happen. No, thank you.
No, I mean, served its purpose from the guy downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and they never installed the security cameras that they said they were going to install. That they asked me if they could use my Wi-Fi to install it with. Because they don't have any internet in the building. So they want me to... or Sarah, my neighbor, to run the security cameras for the building off of our internets. That they, like I said, still haven't installed, even though we've had multiple issues. Other kids in the neighborhood threatening my neighbor's kids, pointing a BB gun at the building. Yeah.
Dude downstairs, that was too gangsta.
Yeah. I'm too gangsta for this. I cannot get that out of my head. The fact he said that just dumbfounds me.
He was too gangsta. He's probably in prison again.
Maybe. My therapist looked him up and he had a rap sheet stupid long. All for a lot of, like, domestic violence.
He was a black guy, Archie. He was magnificent.
He literally, he was complaining to his woman, being like, I'm too gangsta for this. Also, Kuva Grattler. Grattler. I'm trying to finish leveling it up. I think it's actually max right now. I think 36 is my cap, so I might have to leave and come back. Yeah, it is. We can leave. Kuva Grattler's a massive upgrade. Team says they did, but I struggle to stand sometimes. My front door is 10 feet from where I sit. Couldn't get the door before they unlocked it and entered. That's crazy that they're not, like, waiting for you to come open the door. I remember they had to, like, ask my neighbor to give her key to the new person downstairs because they didn't have another key to the building. To be able to go make her one and give it to her. So they made Sarah give up her spare key.
Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Oh no, they're the cheapest MFers on the planet. Install your own shit. I'm too gangsta to be a good person, father to my kids, etc. For 6.5 years they did that until I got a hotel lock and they were pissed I did that. Yeah. No, that's not okay to just barge in on people. Thankfully, like I said, they haven't done that here, but it is a concern of mine because they seem to just not care about making sure anything is accommodating. Not even accommodating, but just like, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no courtesy. You're talking crazy. No wonder you want out. I want out. I'm getting out. And I'm gonna, like I said, work my ass off for the next 6 months to make it happen. I've been trying to find a place for the last, like, month or two. But just nothing's kind of lining up quite right. And unfortunately, for me, a lot of places don't want you to have animals. And I have a fair amount. So that is another factor. So our culture is different. They don't have courtesy. Yeah, I don't want to, like, blame it on cultural differences, even though it is possibly a factor, but there's only been...
I mean, it definitely was, because he only talked to me and not to you two.
Yeah, that annoyed me. He does talk down to me every single time we've had a conversation, but... yeah. What was the other... There was only one time that it was kind of redeeming, was the fact that we were dealing with an issue of, like, the neighbor that he put into the basement, and he offered to take me, Joe, and the other... yeah, the two gangster guy. Me, Joe, and my other neighbor out to dinner as, like, an apology. We had all said no, but, like, that was the first and only time there's been anything like that, because we ended up having a massive issue where this guy threatened to smoke out the building. And had tried to get my neighbor to fight him, and had already told Joe, you know, let's see if you do that again, like, got in his face, and there were...
No, didn't get in my face, just walking by.
McHine is raiding with a party of one.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully that guy's gone, Archon. The guy that's in there now seems really nice. I have no issues
I don't
with
even
him.
see that dude anymore. He's still there.
Yeah, I just saw him walking his dogs earlier today.
His name's not on the mailbox.
I know, but he's there. I think his name's not in the mailbox because they're still not supposed to have someone down there. Want to do more defense? They have Crossfire Exterminate, which is probably going to end up being a spy mission. Let's try it anyway. Now go visit Virginia around DC and you'll meet the rudest people ever there. There are seldom few, but unfortunately they just don't. Sexist and stingy. What a combination. Yeah, because, like, he knows that Joe doesn't live here. He knows that Sarah and I do live here. I live here, Sarah lives in the other unit. And when we were having this issue with the guy from downstairs, and we're all standing outside, he's only addressing and looking at Joe. Like, not really even acknowledging the fact that me and Sarah were part of the conversation. Which is crazy because I pay the money for the apartment. Why the hell aren't you, like, talking to me, looking at me? Or at least Sarah. Why are you looking at the person who doesn't live here? Crossfire Extermination is an extermination mission. If it were spy, it would say Crossfire Spy. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like I click on something that says Crossfire Exterminate and ends up being a spy mission. Or just says Crossfire, maybe?
These are worthy foes. Underestimate
DC
them.
area, Virginia's for the worst. You couldn't pay me enough to live up there.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby.
Yeah,
These
so.
are the matching relic.
For those of you that hadn't heard the crazy apartment saga stuff, you are now mostly caught up. Hence why I'm about to spend the next 6 months of my life
Don't forget the reactant.
working my butt off, whatever it takes. I mean, within reason. I'm still not becoming like an OF model.
Stay focused.
Whatever it takes without my morals being compromised.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission.
I still think it would be funny to make an OF page that's like just pictures of my animals. You just see like the cat's paws. You want toes? Here are toe beans. Show Finn, right? Your ex-landlord started having issues with me after I started standing up for myself and none real. I started standing up for myself and especially my elderly disabled neighbor. We started getting evictions threats, none real because she never submitted them to the court, just threats to make us do what she wanted. OnlyFins? Exactly. There is a command for that. Because technically a page exists, but like there's literally nothing on it because it was a milestone for one of the charity events. But like the whole point was just that it has a name, but it'll never have, you know, dirty content of any kind. Only pets? Exactly. There was one person that made a page like that, and they did everything in, like, what would have been scandalous during, like, a Victorian era and stuff like that. So she was showing ankle in some pictures. And it was just, it was so classy and funny and well done in terms of that type of content. Archin, you asshole. I know it was you who pressed the button. Ah, you suck.
Luna came in again. That's the second time today.
OF, only war frames. Pets is a dangerous word in that context, though. Skill issue. It's not a skill issue. You're just a jerk.
You conquered the foe,
So you conquered yourselves. Oh yeah, I've been binge leveling in Space Marine too. Nice. Also, I got the chat messages working on YouTube, Joe. So now it functions back and forth. Mag, Rubico Prime, Kuva Brak, Glaive Prime. Okay. Mag. Rubico Prime. Glaive. Another crossfire exterminate. I always kind of second guess myself when I'm doing these. I keep thinking I'm accidentally choosing 2 primaries or 2 secondaries. No, but I think you have picked Mag with Kuva Brak before, or somebody did, because that fashion is the exact same color scheme that's on the Brak. So at some point, I have played with this, at least that part of the combination before. You've been stuck on your MR23 test till someone pointed out that you should do it with Limbo. You got the advice. You got 23 a couple of days ago, then to 24. You wonder if you have any more saved up. Is 23 the one where you have to run in the bubble? You have to be under the dome bubble. Because I didn't like that one. And I did that on that, at a time where, you know, you could only fail the test once, like the actual test. And you couldn't just keep doing it.
Flamey234 is raiding with a party of 6.
Blamey, thank you so much for the raid. I hope Warframe was treating you well. If you guys are new here and you don't know me, hi. I'm Kadadahime. I also go by Kira or Kayla. I play an awful lot of Warframe. I play a lot of variety on the channel as well. and I like to do art projects. My newest project that I have been working on is a needle felt Winnie the Pooh scene. Because my sister is very, very due for her baby, any day now. Her due date's the 28th, so 4-5-ish days. So I will hopefully be, I will be able to see her at the end of September, but I'm hopefully being able to finish that and a present for her and not just the baby as well, because I'll be seeing her about a week after her own birthday. So, very exciting times. Unfortunately, she lives halfway across the country, so I'm in Rhode Island and she's all the way out in Iowa. So I won't get to see the baby until he's almost a month. Joe's nephew had just asked me if I'm gonna get to see the baby at the hospital, and I told him no, and he was like, "Does your sister not want you there?" And I'm like, well, no, but that's not the case. She just lives so far away.
The enemy is broken.
I would love to be able to see the baby at the hospital, but not going to be the case. You have to run around and capture a point. I'll bring this loadout to another mission because I did kind of just run the whole time. Worm Prime is tempting. I said Worm Prime is tempting too. Just discovered basically there's a mission to do after finishing the Fables and the Kaon mission and did it. Yeah, somebody told me that there's a mission. I don't want to know what it is, but somebody told me that there was a mission, so I do need to go do the Fables and Frontiers thing. I have to run around and capture a point. MR23 is to take over multiple moving things on a map fully of corrupted foes. If anybody wants to see the Winnie the Pooh piece that I'm working on, because I'm actually really proud of it. I'll show you the reference image first. So this is the reference image I found online. I want to make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Okay. And this is what I've actually been working on. So, reference image, needle felt piece. It's not perfect, but it's actually, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm probably going to mess with Christopher Robin's hair a little bit more, because it kind of like needs to swoop out a bit. And this kind of spot on his shirt's making me mad. Needs to be up more. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. I do want to make the whole background similar to the reference image and everything as well. You should be happy with it. Yeah, I am pretty happy. Legally, I cannot say that there are going to be prints available for this, but like, if people really wanted. Mind if I say where to do it, because the alert message just sends you to the mall without telling you where to go there. I think I'm okay for now. If I get stuck, I might ask, but... Need Nagantaka's receiver, apparently, then you have the full set. Throwing it out there. Yeah, let me, let me see what I have for... stuff. Well, I have 15 of them, and I have a shit ton of relics, so I would be happy to crack the relics. We're looking at this C10. I also have a bunch of mesos. E7, just in case one of the mission types is better. And then Neo. Two. You've awoken. Hello, James. No worries, Archon. Take your time. Well, this is another Crossfire Exterminate, so that works out perfectly. If you guys have a C10, that'd be great. If not, I'll just keep running them. I still have a ton of relic reactants, so. How do I leave the game? Is there a way to exit? Exit Warframe? No, you close it down. As long as you're like back in your orbiter and whatnot, you just close the game down. Technically, you could like log out and it goes to the main screen, but there's no need to. That makes it sound like you're super new to the game. Have you just started, Vancian? Oh, you are in Cetus. Oh, you're still fine if you even closed it down from there. You started last night. That's adorable. We have a new Tenno. Hello. If you have questions or need help with anything, please let me know. This game can be very overwhelming.
Join the clan.
Yeah, join a clan. We have spots in ours if you need a home. If you open up your menus, it'll say like return to orbiter. That's usually a good indicator that you are at a good spot, but otherwise you can technically close it down.
These are worthy foes.
Remember, convince you. Also, Chrissy. Nice. But yeah, if you open up your orbiter, like down, open up your menus at the bottom, it will say return to orbiter.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The enemies are dropping reactant.
In total, no. James says, Deshaun is awake, what the heck? Yeah, I'm surprised he's still up too.
Got nothing else to do at the moment?
Yeah, but you're usually strict on sleeping.
Playing with the twins.
You're on Warframe and you didn't join?
You opened the relic.
Been on Warframe, I sent you a fucking picture. Plus, you're doing syndicate shit, and I have no interest.
You sent me a picture because I thought you popped on to go grab something, not that you were playing.
No? The fuck do I need to come on to grab something for?
I haven't been doing syndicate shit, I'm cracking relics. Long done with syndicate shit.
You have broken their ranks and they're on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
God, I don't like snipers in this game. Vanson's about to be adopted and mentored by the whole goldfish community. I keep seeing memes online of someone who's like clearly a veteran at the game, and then they see a Volt who doesn't even have any colors on them yet. Like they're still just their MR like 1 or 2 or 0 in these memes, and then they're just like, "Hi, can you tell me which way it's to get the melee weapons?" And they're like, "No, I'm busy." Wait a minute. What MR are you? Or they'll be like, he's like, "Why don't you just go ask your clanmates?" And then the Volt is like, "What's a clan?" And then they're like, "Wait." And then they scoop them up and lift them up like they're a small child. And they're like, "I found one," and brings it to their clan leader. They're so funny. Some of these memes are hilarious. The clan leader came over and was like, "Who said you could adopt a new person to the clan without telling me?" And then the clan leader like bombards this new person with a ton of stuff in their inbox. They're like, "See, should have told me." It's so accurate though. Feeling overwhelmed and a bit don't know where to go. Yep. That tends to be what happens. Just take your time. Explore the levels. Collect the resources in the levels. If you're really confused, there should be like a little indicator at the top of the screen on like what quest should be next, or working towards like opening up new planets. But I would just keep exploring the game until you feel like you want to kind of push forward and then see where it goes, but there's no need to rush anything. And if anyone tells you that a particular frame or a particular weapon is the best, they're lying, because there is no best. It's whatever you want, and it's how you mod things, which I'm not sure if you even know much about yet, if you only started last night. Streamed the game last night and fell asleep because you got tired and overwhelmed. That sounds about right. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of turnover with this game in the very beginning because of that aspect. But if you're able to get through the beginning part, it does become easier. And then you'll start, like, flying through missions and zooming through stuff. But I would just, continue to give it a go. And if you get stuck or need help with anything, I have an entire Discord full of people who are able to help, or at least offer advice. I was yoinked into a clan immediately, says Neem. This does apply to anyone in chat. Joe and I do have a clan. We have one rule. You are not allowed to be an asshole. Joe's the only asshole in the clan. So if you get banned from stream, you get banned from clan, vice versa. If you're causing problems somewhere, we want 0 issues. Obviously, if I have to, talk to you about something, because if it's minor, that's fine. But just don't be an ass, and you have to agree to not be an asshole. Jerk, whatever you want to call it. There's no requirements on, like, having to log in a certain amount of times or participate in anything, but yeah, if anybody needs a clan, we do have spots open. It's there if you want it. We've already had 2 people join this week, something like that. I don't get anything out of people joining, so there's no pressure for me to be like, join because I get something out of it. Nope, it's just there if you want it. In my opinion, it's important to step in growing up from baby to teen Tenno is mentoring a new Tenno. Yes. Ow. Hello, Game Freak. It's been a while. Yep, thank you. That one hurt. You also need Limbo Prime Neuroptics or Ember Prime. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went on a... I put a random relic in. I forgot we were going after something. I'm talking too much.
Use these to crack open a relic.
I'm sorry.
You're near a fissure. Defeat the corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic.
Hello, Nightwing.
Don't forget the reactant.
Already got the Naga
Oh, no.
receiver. They didn't. Oh, did we really? That was so sorry.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
I'm playing on autopilot for sure and only paying attention to the conversations. No other community kinda. I mean, gathers around baby players. Oh, you're trying to say it. No. That gathers around players like Warframe. I just... maybe it's because of all of the psychological trauma that this game puts you through. You're just like, here, let me foster the youth while they still have it. We got it first try? Oh, cool. You had Chrissy yelling at you, apparently. You were exhausted. You like figuring out as much as you can yourself. You're not new to games or building. No, I get that. Warframe's a little different, though, because it does not hold your hand at all. And there's so much in this game that I still learn new things. And I'm 9,000 hours in.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
So. Yeah. I'm not trying to, like, spoil or make things too easy for for people in the beginning, but sometimes a little bit of a nudge saves you hours and hours of heartache, or just, like, not knowing about something at all. Wolffighter said, MR23 have tried that test over 300 times, have just accepted that you're going to be MR22 forever. Somebody was just suggesting using Limbo for that earlier. I see you're in ads though, so I'll repeat myself. The vet knows how much pain this game can be, and especially the new early game of this game. Yeah. Yeah. We know it's hard. There's no need to make it even harder. Especially just simple things. Simple tidbits of information that, like, we wish we knew sooner. Or we wish were implemented sooner, because sometimes these things just didn't exist at that time. Oh, Bancian, thank you so much. That was really nice of you to gift Wolffighter a sub. Any help for new players should not need to experience that is welcome. I help Baby Tenno where I can. Wolffighter, yeah, so somebody was suggesting using Limbo for MR23. They were just talking about the fact that they just got through that test themselves. But then when you have to chase the moving control points? Yes, unfortunately. Saving homies from ads since 2016. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. You said you were also missing a Limbo... Did you say Limbo Neuroptics? Limbo something? Neuroptics? Okay. That's what I thought I read. Don't have a ton of relics, but I do own one. So we can try to crack it and hope for the best. And if we don't get it, then you can have my last one. Nero is CL2. Why my pen wants to decide to die? No, this is my TennoCon pen. That's why I thought you were just a little dried up. Maxi L2 with K8. You know what?
What the hell is a sprodling? Wait.
I love this voice so much. Wait, what the hell is a sprodling? Wait, Drifter! Bring me back a sprodling right now, right now! Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get refilled like thing that. Build a mechanical pencil with K8. So in certain other terms, you subbed to like 48 different people and had to nip that in the bud to save money, but you gift others always in hopes that it brings them joy. Aww.
Smile, my dear.
Jeez.
You know you're never fully dressed without one.
Subbing to 48 different people is crazy. That is a lot of people to sub to. Vancian, I hope you know that September is coming up in like 4 days, which means you should double check all the people that you're sub to so that you can save yourself money. That $5.99 adds up, and then some are tier 3s. Yeah, because if you pay for 6 months in advance, you can get 30% off of your subs. Starting next in like 4 days, I think. I think it starts on the 28th. Hello, Malchior. Monster Hunter Wild DLC next year. Yes. Streamer still gets ad revenue. You don't get any ads. I don't get ad revenue. I get the payment from the sub. If you're talking about Twitch Turbo, I would still get the ad revenue, yes. I get a portion of your Twitch Turbo. Depending on how many ads you watch here versus other places, I get a like proportion. And there's also a Lith L1 if we don't get it. Axie M4 and a Lith L2. Wolfighter. Oh. That's so funny. So Vancian gifted Wolfighter a sub 5 minutes ago, and now Wolfighter's like, joke's on you. Here you go, Vancian. Now you have a sub. You Uno reversed them. No, you. Streamer still gets ad. Oh, I know. Trim that tree, girl. Turbo is already active. Shade Prime Carapace is another potential or deadly cube. Cerebellum or Helios Prime systems. I don't know what I have for Shade, but... You said you needed Shade. Carapace. Death Cube. Cerebellum. Helios systems. What? No way, bro. Don't need to do that. Well, they did. Thank you very much. Axie L2. It's a rescue. too late. You're one of us now. Now they're gonna be trapped here forever.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Watch out.
Night.
Detecting
Good
void
night.
fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupted enemies will drop it. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. That was a juggernaut. They're lured out by the death of infested.
James like, bye, Deshaun. One time. It was one time, James. My controller was messed up, and I was trying to type in Zeshin, which is the first part of Joe's username, and it auto-corrected it to Deshaun, and because I didn't actually press the button, it clicked and sent it as that, and I was like, well...
The juggernaut has moved on. It's safe to proceed.
Now it's every time. So apparently Joe's name is now Deshaun.
That's it. You opened the relic.
The other reason why I wanna like push this hard for a place to live is I wanna live with Joe again. I wanna live with Joe again so freaking badly. And preferably trying the house route, since if he were to join me, we'd already be spending so much on rent that it might just be better to try to push for a house, because we'd be paying very similar to a mortgage. I want kids. I want to at least give myself the possibility of children. And I can't do that until I'm more financially stable. So that's another big motivator, because I feel father time knocking on my damn door. Because I would like more than one. And I don't know how much time I have left to make that kind of thing happen. So I need to start putting plans in places for that to be a possibility. Thank you, Mancian. I'm working on the lotto for Pancake House. James. Thirsty woman, you're feeling hormonal. Well, yes and no. My hormones have been all over the place because of the way that I'm taking a new birth control thing, and I freaking hate it. You have an open spot I'd love to join in the mayhem. Of course, Nightwing. Yeah, I have an open spot.
Good kill. One down.
They fought well. Good deaths all.
I realized I hadn't finished my protein drink. So, thank you, James. Started falling asleep while trying to do the hex standing. Guess it's time for bed for you. Fair. I probably shouldn't be too much longer. I am being serious about the working as hard as I can. That's how I feel right now. Obviously, I'm still gonna have tough days. But I also would love to keep an actual schedule. So I think I need to be really strict on that if I have any chance of like making this work without giving myself too much burnout, because it's the random days where it's like, I can just go for 15 hours and stay up until like 7 a.m. and then stream that night, and then I'm just like, I feel like death. So I'm gonna try very, very hard. I will probably fail multiple times, but I'm gonna try very, very hard to be serious about this. I have been trying more for it to be the case, but I'm really gonna try pushing for everything to kind of work. And I still have to feed the crested geckos, the frogs, the sand geckos, and then sleep. Did that shit with tech support. We need you to cover half a shift. Ends up being a shift and a half. And then you want you in for my shift after already in 20 hours straight. Yeah. Yeah, no. Because at that point, you're still just, like, exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. My shoulder. And my dungeon. So the goal is to stop within the hour. Obviously, if like gigantic raids come in and stuff like that, we'll change things up. Like thankfully it happened super early in the night, but Clown had raided in the other day on Thursday night stream, and he dropped off 4,000 people. So like if 4,000 people, or honestly even a couple hundred people, were dropped off in my lap right now, I would break the rules, stay up, and work like that. It doesn't mean I'm going to stream every single day for the next 6 months. I'm gonna freaking try, except for when I'm out to see the baby. And I'm going to be pre-planning content to either post so that it'll like auto post while I'm out there, or like bring my iPad and like work on stuff. That might be my only break, though, like actual break. But the goal is to just work as much as I can. So even if I do like a stupid stream that sets me off so that I can't dedicate enough brain power to actually sit here and chat with you guys, at least I can go and do art for a little bit or something like that. Just making sure that I'm actively doing more than I usually do. Just hoping that my chronic illness doesn't flare up too bad. Neem says, I hope everyone's a good day or night. Are you gonna play any more Restory tonight, or did you already finish it? I'm not 100% done with that game, because there's still licenses. There's, I think, a license still that I haven't purchased. They did say that there's already their first free update coming out towards somewhere next month. And they're also going to be putting out their roadmap on that same day. So there's already a new thing to take apart, a new character, that kind of stuff that they're already putting in. I think that's such a joke, honestly. It didn't work. Oh, because you wrote follow for follow? Yeah, don't do that. I did that shit with tech support. Exactly worst I've done was a Thursday evening, 1800, called in early until Tuesday, 11 a.m. 1 20-minute break to rush to the gas station to get Red Bulls, Monsters, and caffeine boosts. That sounds awful. And the reason I want to keep a sleep schedule because, like, I'm already feeling tired. But I also don't want to be like, I'm tired, I'm just gonna stop. And I only have one more sponsorship lined up. I did, however, basically max out that sponsorship from the other day. The OOC one. So, thank you all. I literally thanked. I had sent, I sent Clown a DM thanking him, and I offered to make him a Warframe helmet of his choice because of the fact that, like, he raided over with so many people, and it made it really, really helped. Because, like, not only was there ad revenue from that many people being dropped off, there were a couple of people who spent money that they definitely didn't have to, and I was able to hit the cap for the sponsorship. Invite Nightwing. Oh, shit. I knew I was forgetting something. Sorry. I've only been awake for 15 hours, so it's not too bad. My brain feels kind of mushy. Really should take naps somewhere in between those 15 hours. The problem is that I think is messing up wanting to go to bed. Because I got up around, like, noonish. But yeah, I didn't have time, and I felt really energetic and stuff today. Not all good, but, like, just energetic.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The enemies are dropping reactant. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
I also want to spend a bit of tomorrow putting Joe's resume out there into a couple of things. He doesn't think it's worth it because he doesn't have the right degrees, and I'm like, I don't think they really care. I mean, sure, some of them maybe, but he was like, fine, if you want to do it, you can try.
Finish your mission to find out what's
So I revamped his whole resume.
Lay low and it should go away
Gonna
or amp up the fight to draw it out.
see if he's interested in any of these things. So that's a little bit of my plan for tomorrow. No harm in trying. That's what I mean. Like, he wants to work with reptiles. He wants to work with, like, exotic animals in general, but mainly reptiles. He wants to work at a zoo, but not get paid zookeeper money, because unfortunately zookeepers don't get paid very much. But he thinks that they're all gonna want more than just the associate's degree and certification thing that he has. The, vet assistant certification. And I'm like, but you don't know. You have a lot of hands-on experience with a variety of reptiles. Your knowledge base for this kind of thing is pretty massive, and you're a very quick learner when it comes to animal care. So why wouldn't they want you working there? Oh, hello! Sculpture. Langor says, I mentioned in passing like 3 or 4 days ago that I was out of milk to my mom, and either yesterday or the day before, I don't remember for sure, she picked up a carton for me entirely of her own volition. I neither expected nor had asked her to, but it was very appreciated. Aw, that's nice. I love when people listen and do stuff. Like, they just happen to listen to what you're saying and then come to a conclusion on their own to help. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that the resume came out. I used some AI help stuff with it, but... And then the AI website that I had used to help make the resume was just like, ha ha ha, would you like to sign up for our thing to be able to download this? I'm like, no. So I went over to Canva and used the template, just like looked at the template from this AI website and just mimicked it on Canva. So I'm like, ha ha ha, I'm not paying you any money and I still got exactly what you just gave me. Good night, Makaru. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Your will was greater.
I might need to go soon too because I'm starting to feel the tiredness behind my eyes and I want to take advantage of that so I can sleep. Yeah. Without a degree, your starting pay is going to be lower than those that have them. But people do want experience in your resume. Yeah, but like... That doesn't mean... Because he's thinking he's just not going to get hired at all. Because he doesn't want to go back to school. I get that. He did his time. He doesn't want to go back to school. I get not wanting to get more schooling. Even if it means getting into the positions and stuff that you want long term. I'm just wondering if he's willing to do, like, internships. Probably not. I don't think he doesn't want to get paid for work. But if it means getting... like an ideal job, maybe he'll be willing. Granted, if I made enough money, I wouldn't care if he just didn't work. If he just wanted to be like a stay-at-home husband, I'd be cool with it if I made enough. But I just don't make enough on my own for that to be the case. So, I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, hey, I want my life to move forward. If you want a life with me, I'm gonna need you to move forward too. Even if that I have to drag you there. Miss the days when she and I played video games together. But having a good relationship with her at all is fine. We argue sometimes, but it's never bad enough to be a permanent problem. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get back to that at some point, Flangor. Stay-at-home husband, i.e. locked in the basement with all the other Joes by the tissue shrine. Shh. You're not supposed to tell him that part. That's the unspoken secret. But yeah. Like I said, I'm feeling the tiredness behind my eyes, so I want to go take care of a couple of animals and then pass out. Great stream, great playing with y'all. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I did grab a clip from earlier about me explaining where the stuff is. And like the merge screen, the market screen. I might try to make it a little bit better. But I think part of later today's stream is going to be me attempting to edit videos. And getting input from you guys on that kind of thing. I don't know how that's gonna go. I might trying to do some of it off stream. I might try to do some of it on stream. I don't know what I'm doing, so. Aw, Frozen streaming. He's on early. Go hang out with Frozen. I haven't been there in a really long time. I didn't get to see him at TennoCon this year because he wasn't going. There's a good mod in Nightwave for the AX52. Heads up, Nightwave shop resets in less than 16 hours. May pay to check. Is it new? Oh, I got the new giant dinner.
Don't tell Letty, but I've been building giant animatronic versions of her rats. Like the ones they have at Pizza Pete's. I'm gonna call it Vaqueros Taqueros.
That's a new one. I hadn't heard that voice line yet. This one. Well, apparently I don't have it, but that's also because I don't care about the AX52, but I should probably... There's a new glyph. You know, I didn't even look in the store. I just assumed I didn't need anything. I didn't know there was a glyph. Are those ones new? Yeah, I'll get it anyway. Anything in the shop is old. Well, not anything, because the... that glyph is new.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your Tenno
are? Care I want to be added to a channel mate in need of sublist. Yes, 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 I can do that. I think somebody else had said that. Was that you that had said that yesterday? I screwed up and missed putting someone on, I think. Don't even have the weapon, but want it someday. You're on it, Marvin. Alright, let's raid Frozen. Ah, Wendell's playing Abiotic Factor with Higley and JD. That's funny. Alright, let's go fly a kite over to the hurricane. Alright. There's also an update for Far Far West coming out. And they are having like a co-op shelf thing. Which means I could end up on the Twitch front page for playing that game during the update. So, like, the 28th to the 30th. Which is exciting. So there's that. And then Screenbound is coming out on the 10th. Be playing that. That's for sure. Alright, people. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I need to go... No, credit screen doesn't work. I need to go sleep now. And then get the ball rolling as soon as I wake up. I'm still gotta take care of animals and do stuff around the house. But I will see you guys for a nice, long stream later today. Hi and bye, Lucky. Kagayuse. Catch you later, Archon. Bye, people.